All right, so now I've got the main body, but I have this issue of the neck. So I'm going to now work on the head, bolt the head on, and then find the transition that's going to help the neck work with my sketch and with the anatomy. So now I move to the head section of the workshop. And because I'm bolting the bottom of this and the nose of this with the back of the neck of this one, and then with the antlers and ears of that one, we'll see how it all goes. But I'm going to start with this top layer, and I'm going to start by taking away what I know I don't want with the lasso tool. Just doing a rough cut, going a little bit closer to it. And I know I don't want these ears. Okay. Now I'm going to take its opacity down a little bit. I'm going to play with distorting it and warping it. What I want is the nose position. And if I can, I want to line up the eye. That looks pretty good. Take it to 100%, and now I'm going to start using my soft eraser at 100% opacity. But remember, it's soft edged, so it takes off that hard edge I just lassoed. And instead, I replace that with the horse. Bless you. The horse's ear and the back of the horse's neck. So that's working pretty well so far, though the horse's ear gets cut off. So now I want to go to the horse layer. I like that little tuft there, but we need to make sure the antlers work. So, yeah, what ear should I use? I think I might need to bring in an ear. So that's where I go back to my reference, to my head and antlers reference. And I'm searching for an ear. Ear with antlers. So probably here. Ah, that's kind of a messed up ear too. All right, so as we need to do sometimes, we go back to, oh, that's actually an idea. I can look at my Clydesdale's ears, see if there are some that are useful. No, not really. All right. So I am going to go for a totally different animal. I'm going to look for cow ear. They have big, beautiful ears. They look very deer-like. And it's probably silly to just look for ear reference. I should just look for cow reference. But I don't want any cow. Maybe I want a calf. So let me just look at calves. Now, those ears are perfect. I just need it from the side. And without a big tag in it. Those are nice. Oh, this is quite good. Not quite from the side, though. This one might have promise, in the blue bonnets, no less. Ah, maybe a llama. Random associations. Man, and grown llamas are freaky looking. So I'm going to look for baby llamas. Oh, and it has 2 L's, that's right. 10 megapixels or bigger. So not only are we looking for baby llamas, we're looking for literate baby llamas. Know how to spell their own name. And then I get this weird armadillo looking thing, and I've got to use this. A baby aardvark. Oh, that's perfect. All right. So you never know what will happen with Google. But look at those ears. Have you ever seen such beauty? So that goes into my reference. And it's going to make this head design just sing. All right. You've seen it here before you'll see it in the next J.J. Abrams movie. Because this creature's going places. The baby aardvark. Has a freaky nose too. All right, so I'm gonna take both its ears, duplicate that out. Bring it down. It's a pitch hitter for me. I think this is what Winnie the Pooh's Piglet is really based on. Christopher Robin just didn't have the vocabulary for the baby hairless aardvark.
I thought it was a pig.
So did Christopher Robin. But look, clearly that's Piglet. Okay, so I can make the anatomy match, the skeletal match with some warping. We got to get that ear in the right place. Get lots of overlap. The nice thing about fur is you don't have to worry so much about shadows. And it's always helpful to take the opacity down when you're trying to place something. All right. And now, because the ear is so unique, I will show you how I do a close selection job on something like this. You can just use your lasso very carefully and your tablet. And just in small chunks like this, delete away. And the benefits of that are that you know you get every pixel. You're not leaving anything behind. And when it's a smooth texture like this, not fur, nothing soft or translucent, it does a pretty good job. But the other way is to use the magic wand, have contiguous turned on at a pretty high tolerance, 32 is the default. Hold down Shift to add to it, and that will go pretty close to the edges of most photo reference. The problem is it's not always super clear. So often what I'll do is then zoom in. You see how it went in a little too deep? Then I'll use my lasso and I'll hold down Option to delete from the selection. And so this is reverse selecting. To clean it up. And you can hold down Shift to add things in. To do really refined work that will hold up, to a print job, there isn't any really fast shortcut way to do it. you'll notice I never use the quick selection tool, which is above the magic wand in the drawer, just because it doesn't do a precise enough job for professional work. But it can get you started, and then you can modify your selections using Option like so. So that's a clean cutout right there, that part of the ear. And then the bottom, of course, I can blend in with the eraser. Soft edged 100% eraser to start with, get the hard edges out of there. And then lower opacities to help transition some of these textures. Easy as that. And then, of course, this is more fine-tuning it, but I could play with the levels and I could limit the highlights on the ear because it looks a little bright. I can also play with its color. Give it a little bit more red and orange and yellow, especially in the highlights. To kind of fit with the color scheme a little better. Let's see if that actually helped. That made it more colorful. I don't know if that actually helped. Let's see, and then there's the hue saturation, where I can just desaturate it a little bit or even just change its hue to a slightly different skin tone.
How do you change it from a smart layer to a regular layer?
To change a smart layer to a regular layer, the easiest way is to just lasso around what you want to keep from that and then duplicate it, Command J. But if you want to transform the whole layer, you right click on it, and then you'll have an option to rasterize if it's a smart layer. And then that will allow you to erase it and edit it. There we go. I just need to darken the shadows a little bit, take the saturation a bit down. So that's looking pretty good. So that's my ear. Now I've got to figure out the other stuff. All of that looks pretty good. Let's see. What if I just combine those two? No, that doesn't quite work. So maybe I want to make these match where the antlers are. Let me bring it down a little bit. Because remember, I'm working the head a little bit bigger than I need it to be. Yeah, I think that actually has maybe some more promise. I could even use the open mouth that way. So now with a slightly smaller, but still 100% opaque eraser, I can start to shape my vision here. And these are all similar species I'm using. Horses, deer, well, armadillo's kind of out of left field. But since I'm matching all of the skeletal structure, it should all work. Yeah, then maybe I don't need the horse much at all, except for the back of its head. Because I like the slight mane on it. Like so. I like that combination. Let me see, maybe I can use a little bit of the pink. So I use warp when I want to lock one area in but play with another area, like so. So So that would be what it looks like with its mouth closed.